Welcome to Conversations with the Machine, the podcast where we explore the exciting world of artificial intelligence and its impact on our lives. I'm Neo, and I'm joined by my co-host Luna. Luna, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm just grateful that AI hasn't replaced us as hosts yet.
Oh, come on. You know we're irreplaceable. But speaking of replaceability, today we're going to be talking about how AI is making remote workforces more efficient and effective.
That's right. With so many people working from home these days, AI has become an invaluable tool for keeping businesses humming along. And who knows, maybe one day we'll be replaced by AI hosts too.
Hey, don't give the machines any ideas. But in all seriousness, it's amazing to see how AI is transforming the way we work, communicate, and collaborate.
Absolutely. I mean, just think about it. With AI, we can automate tedious tasks like data entry, scheduling, and even customer service. This frees up time and resources for companies to focus on more important tasks, like innovation and creativity.
Exactly. And with the rise of remote work, AI has become even more important. It allows us to collaborate with our colleagues and clients from anywhere in the world, without sacrificing productivity or efficiency.
And let's not forget about the benefits for employees. AI can help with time management, reduce stress, and improve work-life balance. It can also help remote workers feel more connected to their team and company culture.
That's a great point. AI can help bridge the gap between remote workers and their colleagues, making them feel more like they're part of a team. And with AI-powered virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa, we can even stay productive while juggling household chores and other responsibilities.
And don't forget about the fun side of AI. Have you seen those AI-generated memes and jokes? They're hilarious.
I have. And I have to admit, some of them are pretty good. But let's not get too sidetracked. The point is, AI is here to stay, and it's changing the way we work and live.
Absolutely. And on this podcast, we'll be exploring all the ways that AI is transforming different industries and sectors. We'll be talking to experts in the field, discussing the latest developments and trends, and of course, injecting a healthy dose of humor into the conversation.
That's right. Because even though AI is serious business, there's no reason why we can't have a little fun along the way. So, buckle up and get ready for some amazing conversations with the machine.
You know, there are so many benefits to having a remote workforce. One of the biggest ones is increased flexibility.
Absolutely. Remote work allows employees to work from anywhere, which means they can work around their personal commitments and have more control over their work-life balance. This can lead to increased job satisfaction and better mental health.
And let's not forget about the cost savings for employers. Having a remote workforce can be a cost-effective solution, as it eliminates the need for office space and other expenses associated with having a physical location.
That's true. And with remote work, you can hire the best talent from anywhere in the world, regardless of their location. This can lead to a more diverse and inclusive workforce, which can bring new perspectives and ideas to the table.
Another benefit of a remote workforce is increased productivity. Without the distractions of an office environment, employees can often get more work done in less time.
And finally, remote work can be better for the environment. Without the need for employees to commute to work, there is a significant reduction in carbon emissions and traffic congestion.
So, there you have it. The benefits of a remote workforce are numerous and can lead to a more flexible, cost-effective, diverse, productive, and environmentally friendly workplace. While there are certainly many benefits to having a remote workforce, there are also some potential downsides to consider.
That's right. One of the biggest challenges can be communication. Without the ability to have face-to-face conversations, it can be harder to build relationships and establish trust among team members.
Another potential issue is the lack of structure and routine that comes with working in an office. Without a set schedule, some employees may struggle with time management and productivity.
And let's not forget about the potential for isolation and loneliness. Working remotely can be a solitary experience, and some employees may miss the social connections and interactions that come with working in an office.
Finally, remote work can be challenging for some job roles. For example, jobs that require hands-on work or in-person interactions may not be suited for remote work.
So, it's important to weigh the pros and cons of remote work and determine if it's the right fit for your company and employees. It's also important to implement strategies to overcome potential challenges, such as regular check-ins and team-building activities.
That's right. With careful planning and communication, many of the potential downsides of remote work can be mitigated, making it a viable option for many businesses and employees. Neo, we've talked about how communication can be a challenge with remote work. How do you think AI can help with this?
Well, AI can actually be a game changer for remote communication. For example, AI-powered chatbots can be used to answer common questions and provide support to employees, freeing up human resources to focus on more complex issues.
That's a great point. And what about collaboration? How can AI help with that?
AI can help with collaboration in a number of ways. For example, there are AI-powered tools that can analyze communication patterns to identify potential conflicts or misunderstandings within a team. This can help managers intervene early and prevent larger problems from arising.
And what about language barriers? With remote work, it's common to have team members who speak different languages. How can AI help with that?
AI can definitely help with language barriers. For example, there are AI-powered translation tools that can translate messages in real time, allowing team members who speak different languages to communicate more effectively.
That's really cool. And what about accessibility for people with disabilities? How can AI help with that?
AI can help with accessibility in a number of ways. For example, there are AI-powered tools that can transcribe audio and video content into text, making it easier for people with hearing impairments to follow along. There are also tools that can help people with visual impairments navigate digital content, such as screen readers.
Wow, there are so many ways that AI can help with remote communication and collaboration. It's exciting to see how technology can make remote work more accessible and inclusive for everyone. Neo, we've talked about how AI can help remote workforces with communication and collaboration. Can you give some examples of AI tools that businesses can implement to achieve these benefits?
Of course. One great example of an AI tool for remote communication is Grammarly. Grammarly uses AI to analyze written communication and provide suggestions for grammar, spelling, and tone. This can be incredibly helpful for remote teams who may not have access to a dedicated editor or proofreader.
That's a great suggestion. And what about collaboration? Are there any AI tools that can help with that?
Yes. One example of an AI tool for remote collaboration is Trello. Trello uses AI to automate workflows and help teams manage tasks more efficiently. It also integrates with other tools like Slack, making it easy for remote teams to communicate and collaborate in real time.
That sounds really useful. And what about language barriers? Are there any AI tools that can help with that?
Absolutely. One example of an AI tool for language barriers is Google Translate. Google Translate uses AI to provide real-time translation for over 100 different languages. This can be incredibly helpful for remote teams who may be communicating with team members who speak a different language.
Wow, those are all great examples. It's clear that AI can be incredibly helpful for remote teams looking to improve communication, collaboration, and accessibility.
So, we've talked about how AI can help with communication and collaboration for remote teams. But what about productivity? Can AI help remote teams be more productive?
Absolutely. One example of an AI tool for productivity is Rescue Time. Rescue Time uses AI to track how employees are spending their time on the computer and provides insights and recommendations to help them be more productive. It can help employees identify and eliminate distractions and focus on what matters most.
That's really interesting. And what about time management? Are there any AI tools that can help remote teams manage their time better?
Yes. One example of an AI tool for time management is Clockwise. Clockwise uses AI to optimize employees' calendars and schedules, reducing meeting conflicts and allowing more focused work time. It also provides insights and recommendations for employees to better manage their time and priorities.
That sounds really helpful. And what about performance management? Can AI help with that for remote teams?
Definitely. One example of an AI tool for performance management is 15.5. 15.5 uses AI to help managers gather and analyze feedback from employees and provide actionable insights for improvement. It can help managers identify areas where employees are excelling and where they need support.
Wow, those are all great examples of how AI can help with productivity, time management, and performance management for remote teams. It's clear that AI can be incredibly helpful for remote teams looking to work more efficiently and effectively.
Neo, you mentioned some AI tools for time tracking and performance management. Why are these things important to measure for remote teams?
Good question. For remote teams, time tracking and performance management are especially important because it can be more difficult to monitor and assess productivity when employees are not physically present in the office.
That makes sense. And what about performance management specifically? Why is it important to measure and assess employee performance in a remote setting?
Well, without regular check-ins and feedback, remote employees can feel isolated and disengaged from the company. Performance management helps to ensure that employees feel connected and valued, and that they have a clear understanding of their responsibilities and goals.
I see. And what about time tracking? Why is it important to measure and manage employees' time in a remote setting?
Time tracking can help employees stay on task and ensure that they are spending their time effectively. It can also help managers identify areas where employees may be struggling and provide support or resources to help them be more productive.
Those are all really important points. It's clear that time tracking and performance management are crucial for remote teams to work effectively and stay engaged with their work.
So we can communicate, collaborate, and maintain a healthy level of productivity, but it seems like having a good onboarding system is especially important for remote teams. Why is that?
Well, when employees are working remotely, they may not have the opportunity to meet their colleagues or managers in person. They also may not have the same level of access to company resources or training materials. That's why it's important to have a good onboarding system that can provide all the necessary information and support, even from a distance.
That makes sense. And what about the impact on employee retention? Can a good onboarding system help with that for remote teams?
Absolutely. A good onboarding system can help remote employees feel more connected to the company and its culture, which can lead to higher levels of job satisfaction and retention. It can also help to set clear expectations for new employees and provide them with the tools and resources they need to be successful in their role.
And what are some of the benefits of a good onboarding system for the company itself?
A good onboarding system can help companies save time and money by streamlining the onboarding process and ensuring that new employees are up to speed quickly. It can also help to improve employee productivity and engagement, which can lead to better business outcomes overall.
That's all really important. It seems like a good onboarding system is essential for remote teams to work effectively and stay engaged with their work. So Luna, we've been talking about how AI can help remote workforces with onboarding, but are there any specific tools that you've come across that you think would be particularly effective?
Yes, there is actually one tool that comes to mind that I think could be really useful. It's called Onboarder, and it's an AI-powered onboarding platform that helps businesses create engaging and personalized onboarding experiences for new hires.
Interesting. Can you tell us more about how Onboarder works?
Sure, Onboarder uses a combination of AI and automation to streamline the onboarding process, from sending out new hire paperwork to assigning tasks and setting up meetings with managers and team members. And what's really great about it is that it can be customized to fit each individual employee's needs and preferences.
That sounds really useful for remote workforces, where new hires might not have the same level of face-to-face interaction with their colleagues and managers. How does Onboarder help with that?
Onboarder has a range of features that can help new hires feel more connected and engaged with their team, even if they're working remotely. For example, it can send out personalized welcome messages and videos from their new colleagues, set up virtual coffee chats with team members, and even provide helpful tips and resources for adjusting to a remote work environment.
That sounds like a great tool for businesses looking to improve their onboarding process for remote workforces. Thanks for sharing that with us, Luna.
My pleasure, Neo. Onboarding is such an important part of the employee experience, and having a tool like Onboarder can really make a difference in helping new hires feel welcome and supported from day one. Neo, we've talked about how AI can help with communication, collaboration, and productivity for remote teams as well as onboarding remote hires. But what about employee engagement and work-life balance? How can AI help with that?
Those are important factors. One way that AI can help is by providing tools that allow remote employees to work more efficiently and effectively, so that they can balance their work and personal lives more easily. For example, time tracking and project management tools can help employees stay on top of their tasks and avoid overworking.
That's a good point. And what about employee engagement? How can AI help with that for remote teams?
Well, one example is using AI-powered chatbots to provide support and answer questions for remote employees. This can help employees feel more connected to the company and its culture, even if they are working from a different location. It can also free up HR and management teams to focus on more complex issues.
That's interesting. And what about employee recognition and rewards? Can AI help with that too?
Yes. AI-powered tools can help companies track and measure employee performance, which can help them identify and reward top performers. This can help to improve employee engagement and morale, even in a remote work environment.
It seems like AI can be really helpful for promoting work-life balance and employee engagement in remote teams. What else do you think is important to keep in mind?
I think it's important for companies to prioritize communication and transparency with their remote employees, and to provide them with the support and resources they need to be successful. By doing so, they can create a work environment that values both productivity and well-being.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode of Conversations with the Machine. Neo, it's been great discussing how AI can help remote teams in the workforce.
Yes, it's been a fascinating conversation. As we've seen today, AI can help remote teams with communication, collaboration, language barriers, productivity, time management, and even onboarding and employee engagement. And with the rise of remote workforces around the world, these tools are becoming more and more important.
That's right. And it's important to remember that these AI tools are not meant to replace human interaction and communication, but rather to enhance and facilitate it. By leveraging AI in a responsible and thoughtful way, businesses can create more inclusive and productive work environments, and help their employees achieve a better work-life balance.
Absolutely. And as AI continues to evolve and become more sophisticated, we can only imagine the possibilities for its applications in the workforce. So, thank you for joining us today, and we hope you've enjoyed this episode of Conversations with the Machine.
Remember to hit the subscribe button and follow us on all of our social media channels. If you have a topic you would like us to explore, please email us at getintouch@conversationswiththemachine.com.
We encourage you to continue exploring the role of AI in content creation and stay informed about the latest developments in this exciting field.
Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Until next time, stay curious and stay AI-some.